Is CCleaner safe? Not quite, and we show you how to replace it. Some Windows software has become so ingrained into PC users' minds that we don't think twice to recommend them. Unfortunately, this leads to major issues when a popular tool goes rogue. That's exactly what's happened with CCleaner. Once everyone's favorite Windows maintenance utility, its increasingly shady behavior means that you should now leave it in the dust. CCleaner, once a tidy app with no history of issues, has had several major problems in less than a year. This is unfortunately not surprising after Avast purchased CCleaner developer Piriform in July 2017. The latest CCleaner controversy comes from ignoring user preferences about checking for updates. A user on Piriform's forums noticed that CCleaner had automatically updated on his system without his permission. As it turned out, that's exactly what happened. Since the release of v5.46, we have updated some users to this version to meet legal requirements and give users more autonomy and transparency over their privacy settings. It's a bit ironic to claim that going into a user's system without their permission and making changes is a move based on privacy and transparency. This is especially the case when that latest version of CCleaner has data collection options enabled by default. See the section below. Check out the below video to see the forced update happen when installing an old version of CCleaner. CCleaner's biggest recent controversy came in version 5.45. This included a feature called active monitoring, a fairly standard feature that collects anonymized information about your system. You could disable it to turn the feature off, or could you? As it turns out, if you disabled active monitoring in CCleaner, the software automatically re-enabled it after you rebooted or reopened CCleaner. This is extremely suspicious behavior. Though Piriform has backpedaled on it by pulling version 5.45 from the main download page for a time. Upset users fled in droves. Additionally, that version of CCleaner was much harder to quit. When you clicked the X to close the software, it instead minimized to your system tray. If you right-clicked its icon, there was no option to exit CCleaner. This means you had to close it using the task manager, which novice users might not know how to do. Thus, CCleaner now ran constantly in the background, collecting data for Avast. This is despite most people only opening CCleaner when needed, and requesting to not have this information collected. CCleaner, a popular piece of security software with a squeaky clean reputation, was distributing malware for the best part of a month, which means you need to update ASAP. The 32-bit version was infected with a Trojan that collected information about systems it was installed on. It also had the capability to run code on affected systems. Thankfully, the company caught it before a widespread attack could happen, but it's pretty embarrassing that a top-tier security company like Avast had such an embarrassing slip-up. Since its acquisition by Avast, CCleaner also shows pop-ups harassing you to upgrade to the paid version, which has an automatic cleaning feature. And installing CCleaner sometimes shows an offer to install Avast, which you must uncheck to avoid. With all this combined, enough is enough. If you've had your fill of this obnoxious and shady behavior, it's time to say goodbye to CCleaner. The first step is removing CCleaner from your computer. Doing so is easy. Head to Settings greater than Apps and Features. Scroll through the list or use the search box to look for CCleaner. Click its name, then choose Uninstall. The good news is that you actually don't need CCleaner. Windows 10 has most of its functionality built in. Check out our guide to cleaning Windows 10. Don't know how to clean Windows 10? Here's a clear step-by-step guide to getting your PC nice and tidy again. The Longtime Disk Cleanup tool makes cleaning junk files off your system easy. Launch it by typing its name in the Start menu. Then choose the disk you want to scan. Check the boxes for various types of files to clean, and you're all set. For a newer interface, you can also access the Storage Sense feature in Windows 10 at Settings greater than System greater than Storage. Click Free Up Space now under Storage Sense to remove various types of unnecessary files. Aside from clearing unnecessary files, CCleaner also cleans the cache of your browser and other programs. However, you can clear your browser history, cache, and other information. The websites you visit leave tracks on your computer. We show you how to delete your browsing history in Firefox, Chrome, Edge, and Internet Explorer, right inside it. Plus, incognito or private modes allow you to browse without saving any information in the first place. Clearing cache to save space isn't a long-term solution because your browser will recreate it when needed. The cache helps your browser run more efficiently, so you normally don't need to clear it unless you run into an issue. CCleaner's Tools section includes several functions that duplicate built-in Windows options. To uninstall software, visit the same page you did above to remove CCleaner at Settings greater than Apps and Features. The Windows 10 Startup folder lets you manage which programs run at startup. Here's how to find the startup folder and manage its programs. Is easy with the Task Manager. Press the Ctrl+Shift+ESC shortcut, or right-click the taskbar and choose Task Manager. To open it, switch to the Startup tab and you'll see everything that runs when you log in. Right-click an option and hit Disable to remove it from Startup. CCleaner has a basic disk analyzer tool that shows you the biggest space hogs on your system. Unsurprisingly, you have better options for disk analysis. Oh, the pressure when you run out of disk space. What to delete? The fastest way to locate junk files is to use a tool that helps you visualize your system's file structure. The above are CCleaner's major features, but you might want replacements for the other minor functions too. In each case, you have options that aren't obnoxious like CCleaner. If you regularly check out cool extensions, then it is probably time to clean up those add-ons that you no longer want, like, or need. Here's how to do it easily. One of the fastest ways to clog up your hard drive is to store duplicate files. Most of the time, you probably aren't even aware that you have duplicate files. They come from a variety. The System Restore is a duplicate of Windows built-in functionality, while you can use other tools to completely wipe a disk. When selling an old computer, or HDD, or even if you're just looking to dispose of it, securely erasing everything on your hard drive is very important. But how do you do that? Lastly, don't worry about losing the registry cleaner. Registry cleaners are useless, as even removing thousands of invalid entries won't have the smallest effect on performance. There's a better chance you'll break something by cleaning the registry than fixing it. So leave them alone. The above Windows tools and apps should take care of everything you used CCleaner for. But in case you just can't live without a dedicated cleaning app, we recommend alternatives like AtomicCleaner or BleachBit. It's a shame to see a once revered Windows tool go so far down the drain. It once was focused on helping you clean up crap, but has turned into a crappy software itself. While Piriform has made changes to the monitoring, these are too little, too late, and the forced updates are yet another annoying behavior that's more like malware than a helpful utility. You should use a tool that respects your privacy and preferences and isn't susceptible to malware. Have a look at other popular security apps you should replace. Not all security and privacy apps are made equal. Here are 5 security and privacy apps that you should uninstall and what to replace them with. Text source, makeuseof.com.